Well, howdy folks. Welcome to Mower Mics. Today we're going to talk about lawnmower seats. And I'll tell you what, I have rebuilt a lot of lawnmowers. I've been through all the brands of lawnmowers. And the one thing that's in common with all lawnmowers is the seats absolutely blow. And just to give you an example, we've got some of Mower Mic's fleet out here. What we got here? We got the X300. This is a high-end John Deere lawnmower. This is probably a $7,000 lawnmower. Seat feels like you're on an amusement park ride. I mean, this seat absolutely sucks. It comes up to like 3 inches up your back. It wiggles around. Then what do we got here? We got a John Deere. This is the Gravely. This is the highest end seat you can get on a Gravely. And it is so damn uncomfortable. The back of it pushes you forward. There's no recline at all. It feels like you're just gonna slide right off and get chopped up by the lawnmower. And then we got the other Gravely. This is my buddy Bob's Gravely, and I tell you what, this is a great example of being rode hard and put up wet, folks. These Gravely seats do not hold up to the abuse. Come on over, let's take a closer look at old Uncle Bob's seat. You know, the one thing that goes wrong all the time, besides them being uncomfortable, is the bottoms of the seat rot out. I can see Bob's pretty handy, so he found an old rotted piece of plywood to replace the other rotted piece of plywood. But as you can see, they're just not built good at all. Now, there is one exception to the rule. That is something I found at our local mower dealership, Bobcat seat. The Bobcat line of lawnmowers has the most comfortable damn seat. And that is a small trick. You can go to a lawnmower dealer that sells suspension seats. A lot of times they take off the stock Bobcat seats and you can buy these cheap. But that's not what this video is about, folks. When I was up there in Illinois, I think it was Illinois, Iowa, excuse me, Corey. We were at Ballard, and I eyeballed Ballard Comfort King seat at the top of one of these racks. I didn't even know they sell them. I was like, hot damn, look at that. So I talked Corey into sending me one. And so what we've got here, we've got the Ballard Comfort King seat, and this thing is a hoss, folks. It's got all sorts of different things. It's like 3 times the size of your normal seat. And what gets me is that it reclines. That is a huge bonus on these lawnmowers because every lawnmower seat I've ever been on does not recline and is super uncomfortable. So today, we're gonna go through the details of the seat and then I'm gonna show you how we're gonna strap it on to the Gravely and then we're just gonna give it a run and see how comfortable it is because this is not a cheap seat, folks. Hopefully it's worth the money. So with that, stay tuned. Before we strap the Ballard Comfort seat onto my Gravely lawnmower, let's go through some of the peculiarities of the seat. Now, for comparison purposes, I've got Dr. Bob's Gravely seat. This seat is a 3-year-old seat, came off a commercial Gravely ZT HD 52-inch. So this is like a $7,000 lawnmower, the seat that you get on it from the factory. Now, the first impressions with the Ballard seat, of course, is the size of this sucker. Everybody who's seen this seat, like, hot dang, that thing looks like a car seat because it is just that much bigger than your lawnmower seat. I mean, look at the back of it, 24-inch versus a stock commercial seat, 16-inch, so an 8-inch taller back. We've got about 19-inch on the seat, 15, so 4 inches further out. Just all around a much more robust seat. It is wider, it is sturdier. The foam is much, much stiffer, much better built than at least this Gravely seat and pretty much any other stock lawnmower seat. Also, what you've got here, you've got armrests that are adjustable up and down. That's what these dials are. And the armrests come out quite a bit further than the stock lawnmower seats. Just overall impression, anytime I get on a stock lawnmower seat, I'm 6'2", I just feel like I am just a monkey screwing a football. They are way, way too small. I always feel smushed up on there, and this seat obviously is not gonna have that issue. Also, just a very small thing, look at this. You have a cell phone pocket. I can't tell you how many times I've dropped my cell phone in the yard. I know buddies who have run over cell phones because you're jamming out to your tunes and there's just nowhere on a stock lawnmower to put a cell phone. So I think it's super, super cool. You got a cell phone pocket. You've got a seat belt, not that we'll ever use it. But when you come down to it, the coolest thing about the seat to me, I mean, besides the comfort of it is, look at this. It reclines, folks. It doesn't just recline. It reclines all the way. I mean, you could take a damn nap on the Comfort King and just be chilling out there underneath the tree. Because honestly, that is one of my pet peeves about stock lawnmower seats. They have this 45-degree angle that feels like it's just pushing you off the front end of it. And they're just so uncomfortable. They just feel like a little kid seat. And obviously, we're not gonna have that issue with the Comfort King. Now, what we're gonna do next, I'm gonna go ahead and flip these seats upside down so you can really see the build quality of this seat versus a commercial lawnmower seat that. All right, we got both seats butt up. So we're gonna look at the business ends of the seat. Now first, when you just look at the backrest itself, you got the big insignia, but what's really cool, you've got a huge pocket back here for more stuff. All that money you making out there lawn mowing, you shove it in there. Now, when you look at the safety switch, this is a very important part of the seat, even though everybody wants to disconnect them in case you fall off your lawnmower. I don't want you to die. So when you look at the stock seat, of course, you've got a 2-prong. Some come with a 2-prong, come with a 4-prong, some of them. The Comfort King has a 4-prong on here, but also it comes with this adapter, so you can plug it into the female 2-prong. Trust me, I've been using this with different seats for years. It is not an issue. It's got plenty of length right there. Now, the main thing I want you to realize when you look underneath the seat, this is really showing you the quality of the Comfort King versus a stock seat. Now, when you look at the stock seat, look at that. At least with Gravely, they come with plywood. Pretty much most of the high-end lawnmowers, they have a plywood base, which is absolutely horrible. This thing's only 3 years old. Bob's already swapped out the stock plywood for another piece of plywood. I can see we had to pretty much rip it apart. There's a lot of issues with this, just besides it rotting and your butt falling through. But also, when you try to install the seat, I can see the little inserts, they start spinning. And so it makes it very, very hard to take these things off, put them back on. And it's just a really, really awful design for anything that you want to last more than 2 or 3 years. But when you come over here, I was pleasantly surprised because what we've got, we don't have any wood, folks. This is a fully metal frame on the seat, which means it's gonna last forever. Also, since you don't have everything covered, even on the seats that are all plastic or they have a full metal frame here, the water still pools under here and rots it. But on this one, you can see right here, you've got metal brackets, but it's gonna allow that moisture to go ahead and leave the seat if you get any in here. So it's gonna prevent the mold, the rot, all the crap. So I think this is just huge, folks, to have a metal frame seat with the foam padding like this, everything sealed up versus that. Now, also, you can order it with or without the sliding rails on the bottom. What this allows you to do is pull this up. You can slide it forward, backwards. So we're gonna go ahead and mount it like this. If you do not order it with that, as you can see, there's just a metal bracket with bolts. It wouldn't come with that. You would just bolt it straight in there. It's pre-tapped for you just to bolt it straight on there. All right, so enough of that. We're gonna go ahead and bolt the sucker on the lawnmower so I can get to riding in style, folks. Stay with me. All right, time for me to stop gushing and do the install portion. I'm not gonna lie to you, installing large lawnmower seats on lawnmowers has been a bit of a challenge in the past for me, so hopefully this goes a little smoother. But you can see we've got the old lawnmower seat ripped off. Now, on your Gravely and most of your lawnmowers, you see right here, you've got different mounting points. This one, we're 11 inches wide, which matches the rail system on the Ballard Comfort King. Now, what we wanna do, the first step, we wanna put the rear bolts in. So I want you to go ahead and pull this up, slide it all the way forward. That way it's gonna expose those holes in the rear. So let's go ahead, we're just gonna put it on here like so. And now, we're going to go to the back end of this sucker and start bolting her down. All right, we've got a great shot of the Gravely bracket hooked up with the slider. Now, when you position the seat, if you have the sliding rails, it doesn't matter that much as far as how forward or backward you have it because you're gonna have probably about 18 inches of sliding. The way I'm gonna do it, there's holes all over this thing. I'm gonna line up the last holes right here with the edge of this guy right there. So pretty simple. You just go ahead and drop the bolts in here. These are standard bolts, which is pretty rare for anything you order online these days. So what we've got here, the top bolt is a 3/16 Allen head and then 1/2-inch lock nuts underneath it. So just go ahead and start them, and then I'm gonna go ahead and just hand tighten on the locking nuts underneath so it'll be loose, and that way we can slide it back and then get the front one. We're doing a little change of plans. I really think I need to tighten these rear bolts up before we put the front ones on. That way I can slide it all the way back. So let's go ahead and lift it. Oh, the struggle bus begins. What is going on here, folks? Well, our holes on the Gravely seat, the seat kit didn't come with washers, so they pulled right through. So what we're gonna need to do is put some washers on here. So let's go ahead and take another run at this. All right, we've got to take a quick detour back to the shop table, ran to the hardware store to get some new hardware. Now, the kit comes with these 5/16 with an 18 pitch thread count on it. And as you can see, the little tiny lock nut that comes with it, at least on that Gravely, the mounting bracket is way too wide because originally it came with a slider on there. So I've gone back and I just want to show you what I got. This is called a flange nut. So this is a 5/16 by 18 flange nut, and then a fender washer. Fender washers are wider, and it's an extra thick fender washer, 5/16 flange nut. And that way we could bolt it down, and I should have plenty of metal to clamp it back underneath there. So let's give this another shot and see if I can make it work. All right, take 4 with Mike trying to bolt the seat down. Now we're gonna do a different method, which is much less precise. I can see right here, I found this giant gaping hole in here, which is gonna make it much, much easier to slide my fat fingers underneath here to loosely bolt on our new nut. As you can see here, I just dropped my new flange nut. All right, so we got a flange nut and a fender washer from the local hardware store. Slide it up underneath here and just loosely tighten it. Now, the new flange nut I got is not a locking nut, which will make this much, much easier. But I can see right there. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and hand tighten these two. I'm gonna slide this backwards so we can hand tighten the front and see how we're gonna do this. Stay with me. All right, to get to the front ones, we're gonna have to elevate it because this whole seat needs to push backwards. In order to do that, you see I've got 2 yoga blocks underneath there. I truly believe every man should do yoga to keep you young and limber. But you can see what that's gonna do. That's gonna give us room to push this all the way back. And this is gonna give us access to these front 2 bolt holes. I think we finally figured it out. Let's scoot around front now. All right, with the yoga blocks underneath the back end, you can see we have our seat now officially in a downward dog position, butt up, front down, and this gives us great access to the bolt holes underneath, and we're going to go ahead and tighten them up. Now, folks, the little DeWalt 12-volt impact, I think this thing is absolutely key to any project, and I'm gonna have to find another tool to tighten that one up because, of course, I lost one of the bolts. So we're gonna get these all tightened up, and then we're gonna go underneath and connect our seat switch and test this dude out. Next, we're gonna talk about the seat switch. Now, I know electrical work really freaks a lot of people out, including myself, but folks, I've done a lot of work with seat switches, and it's such a simple thing. It's literally what you do when you're closing and opening a circuit, and if you don't have a 4-prong that's gonna plug straight into here, just go ahead and use the adapter. I can see all you do, and you can clean up your old seat switch, but it just plugs one side into the other. It really doesn't matter which side. This should fit into any seat switch you've got. And the seat comes with extra zip ties. So we can go ahead and zip tie it up so it's not flopping around down there with the seat. And it should make ourselves a nice little seat switch. Now, one thing you're gonna notice, anytime you do work with something like this, you're gonna lose a lot of parts. I've lost multiple bolts. I've lost multiple nuts. Come on. Looky there. That looks almost professional. All right, let's go ahead and lower it back down, and I can't wait to get my butt on this new seat, folks. All right, friends, usually I go ahead and set up a whole shot to show y'all the test, but I really wanted to get you a shot of the first time my butt lays its skinny little butt bones down on the Ballard seat. So this is the first time. Oh my God, that is a big seat. So we've got the recline, we got, oh folks. I feel like I'm Guy Fieri when he bites into that, that chicken fried steak. That seat is something else. I'm like, just having that recline on here is a huge, huge deal. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get this thing out on my yard, do a little mowing, and really give it a run. But first impressions, I'm ready to just sit on this thing all day long. So with that, stay with me, and we're gonna go feed these dogs. Ah! Whoa, 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 whoa. We got business to do. Well, folks, I've been mowing with the Comfort King, and what do I honestly think about it? This thing is luxurious. I've strapped a lot of stuff, obviously, onto my Gravely lawnmower, and the Comfort King is by far the best thing I've put on this. Just the angle of the seat alone, being able to lean back, and honestly, it doesn't have so much pushing you forward, so you have a lot more room forward and back, as you can see right there. And it's got these side bolsters that are awesome. I mean, everything's slick, down to the cell phone pocket in the front. I can't tell you what a benefit that is for a lawnmower seat. So for me, I am a huge fan. Now let's talk about a couple things. I know, let's talk dollars and cents, because that's what everybody's concerned about. I ain't gonna lie, this seat is freaking expensive. You're around the $400 range for this seat. Now, a couple things you've got to realize. The seat on the website does include free shipping, and that's like $50 in shipping. And also, I've been talking to Corey. Originally, he did not want to let my 10% discount code work. Mower Mike, you get 10% off all Ballard products. But we went back and forth, and I got him to agree to 10% off. So 10% off a seat this expensive is a pretty damn good deal. Now, I am going to pass along to Corey, the owner of Ballard, my concern about the washer and nut situation, but I'll go ahead and put the Amazon links down below to the fender washer and the lock nuts, the flange nuts I used. It's not a big deal, but hopefully we can update that hardware kit that comes along with the seat. So with that, I am out of here. Get yourself a Comfort King. They've got like 50 in stock. These things are really that freaking cool. So I'm gonna get back to mowing or just take a nap and grab a beer and just chill on my Comfort King. Mower Mike out.